Let's go here. Transfer. Let's see what we would be transferring into out of curiosity. Add studio walls. For later use in bolts. Alright, sure. Okay, let's go here. Oh, it's not loading. As it often does in KoBr, unfortunately. And there we go. Okay, so I said yesterday that we were going to do Bolts 5 and Crypt, trying to search for a bit of extra loot to try to do SOT with, and I will abide by that decision that I made yesterday, because I think it's the correct one. So Bolts 5 is a place where we're going to go. We are carrying a +6 Purple Demon Blade, just in case we need to hit things for real. But for the vast amount of dudes, we're gonna use the rapier to stab them. Alright, let us continue. Everyone immediately wakes up. Delightful. I wanted to get at least a couple of staffs. That's a shame. Okay, this might be good. This might be a way to begin. Walking back into the fray, I don't really want to walk in that direction. But yeah, take a look at this. This is kind of what I was going for, not immediately having everyone wake up. But it is pretty difficult. It is almost impossible for everyone not to wake up when you enter this level. You hit the stone giant but do no damage. With 33 dexterity, that's a bit surprising. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to fight all of those bolt guards now, or a couple of them. Okay, I thought that they were gonna be coming that way, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Let's switch back to the rapier, because we want to stab a lot of dudes. 6 exclamation signs, not bad at all. We have the 27 stealth title, because like I didn't get 27 stealth for the purposes of being stealthy. I got it for the title pretty much because I never get this title. Pretty fancy title for one of my characters to win with. Okay, getting distraction stabs is pretty neat. Yeah, because it's like a bit of extra damage that I wasn't really counting on. Oh, that was not a distraction staff. Yeah, I only didn't get a distraction staff on the dude that I would have really liked the distraction staff, which was a Vault Warden. Oh, I found the rune. Let's pick this up. Alright. Well, I have the rune now. It's only a matter of finding more loot now. Massive damage from the whole serpent slashing. It is a really powerful ability. Very strong offensive wise and very strong defensive wise. I like it a lot. We got Quicksilver skills, which give me willpower. Probably even give me more armor class than what I would have from. Yeah, if you switch to wearing this armor, your armor class would increase by 6. And I don't even lose a willpower, which is the main reason why I'm wearing the Robe of Night. I do lose the See Invisible and the Darkness. I think that for now I'm gonna stick around with the Robe of Night, since it's so especially built for what I'm currently doing with this character. Having a low line of sight is pretty effective for a character that is willing to stab dudes. Like that is stabbing dudes as its main way of killing them. Yeah, like I can fortunately tap, and that makes it so that it is significantly less painful when I fail to stab them. Um, if it was not for that, I think I would have a terrible time with this build. Mm, yeah, putting all your eggs in one basket doesn't really work when it comes to stabbing, but it does work when it comes to normal melee. Buckler of Reflection. I don't want that. I do want another shield from this place, but I want it to be like fire resistance, a fire resistance kite shield or something along those lines. Mm. Yeah, there's a lot of kite shields in here already, and a buckler of cold resistance, but I specifically need a fire resistance. It can be either a buckler or a kite shield, but I need it to be fire resistance. If it's not fire resistance, I don't really care about it, unfortunately. My current items really want me to find a buckler of fire resistance, or alternatively, a highly enchanted robe of fire resistance, or somehow like a better hat or globes. But yeah, I think that I am kind of committed to every other item that I'm using. Okay, I deal some pretty decent damage indeed with this build. Mm, Hello, Cayman. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you around. We are spinning around with Jian to kill people, and it seems to be going quite well. We're searching for a better shield because we already have the rune, and we're going at this extremely stealthily because we have 27 stealth and reduced line of sight that allows me to just stab a lot of dudes. Unfortunately, as soon as I entered the level, all the bolt guards were made aware of my entrance. I would have liked to be able to stab them. Mm. Kind of a bad arbalest. I will leave it on the floor. Not that I would use it even if it was a good arbalest anyway, since I am not really into launchers, especially on a species with such low line of sight. The more line of sight that you have, the better launchers are. Kobolds are in a pretty funny spot because their very short line of sight kind of very negatively impacts their usage of launchers, despite their pretty good aptitude for them. But I'm pretty sure that's entirely intentional. Mm. Just played Tengu Circle and it's pretty good. I don't like, in general, melee with low HP, and Tengu Circle is a bit of that. But I'm glad to hear that you've been having fun with it. Let's see if we can get a stab on that Titan. Probably not. Okay. So I'm done with half of a level, kind of. I assumed I've killed a fair amount of the denizens of the level. I have resistance to electricity, right? Yeah. I'm lacking poison resistance and fire resistance, both of which are important things. Unfortunately, those things are also provided by gold skills, but like my character doesn't have access to such a thing. So yeah. You like Tengu's aptitudes minus the health. The aptitudes are good, but the HP is pretty bad. Oh, come on. Well, it's fine. Can just spin to win after all. It's not looking like we are gonna get a lot of stuff here. So after this place, we're going to use, we're going to do a bit of crypt as well. Mm. Before starting the stream, I was taking a bit of a nap. Yeah, no idea why I felt like it, but I took a bit of a nap. And then when I noticed it was already a bit too late for me to start the stream, but I still started it anyway. How many runes? 3. Maybe 4. Oh, 4 actually, since I already have 4 runes. But yeah, like what I mean is that I am not going to do extended. I have very little love for extended. I don't like it, and so I very rarely do it, let alone with melee characters. Whenever I go to extended, I go to extended with a character that I think is guaranteed to be able to beat extended, to completely, absolutely destroy extended. Because if you don't take a character that is completely guaranteed to destroy extended, I feel like you're kind of wasting a win. Mm, yeah, because like at the point where you can consider going into extended, you already are able to win the game, right? So why would you take a character that can win the game into a situation where it can't win the game? It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, and that's why I very rarely do extended. I made a video about that, and I put it on YouTube just a couple of days ago. Mm, Lots of people are very interested in extended for some reason. They're probably curious about it since they rarely get characters with the power level required to go there without it being a complete suicide. But yeah, I can tell you that it's not particularly exciting, unfortunately. Mm, I think that Hot Hills was interesting when it came to fixing extended. I think extended is fundamentally broken, um, and Hot Hills kinda is like a good first step, but there's so much more that needs to be done in order to fix extended, in my opinion. And there's not been any very significant changes to extended in this development cycle 0.29. So yeah, maybe it's just not a very high priority for the development team to make extended more interesting or more enjoyable to play. Mm. Ooh, pro scales. That's interesting. My armor class would skyrocket if I was to use this. My armor class would increase by 7 if I was to wear these pearl scales. Mm, I really want to, but the issue is that not only do they not provide me with the resistances that I need, they're also kinda heavy. If I was going to use them, I would instead use just normal far scales. So it is very unlikely that I'll use these pearl scales. Also, this is not really a priority, but I would like to find a short blade that is pretty good for tabbing, so I can just use the same weapon for tabbing and for stabbing, for tabbing and for stabbing, right? Which right now, like I guess this rapier can be kind of okay, but it is really not what I am thinking of. I'm looking forward to something like the arc blade, for example, would be great for tabbing and for stabbing because it deals fantastic damage. And yeah, but it is an on-brand art, so it is pretty difficult for me to acquire it, and I'm not really expecting it to come my way. Buckler of protection. Unfortunately, a buckler of protection is not what I want. I want a buckler of fire resistance. I want more fire resistance. Going into SOT without any source of fire resistance is a suicide. Yeah, it really is something that I don't particularly care about trying. Mm, and so I will continue delving into Bolts 5 and potentially Crypt as well in order to try to find some fire resistance that I can actually equip. Mm, whether that comes from just me gaining experience and being able to wear fire skills, or me finding an item that allows me to continue using the Robe of the Night, we shall see. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that by the end of Crypt, I should be able to have some fire resistance. Okay, let's search for shields. Yeah, unfortunately, no fire resistance to be seen here. Mm, I don't think I'm using the pro scales. Just gonna drop them. When it comes to enchant armor, I don't think I have any. Yeah, I have one. I've had one for quite a while, and unfortunately, Volts 5 didn't really help in that regard. Did I do Elf? I think I did do Elf 3, right? Let's take a look. Elf 3. I did do it. So let's go ahead and go into Crypt then, since Bolts 5 didn't really have much for me. This branch is unnaturally silent. Sounds travel farther here. Okay. Oh, they all woke up. Alright. Switch back to the Vorpal Demon Blade. Which, by the way, is not particularly a great brand for what I'm doing. I would like to find a better brand than Vorpal. 27 stealth, and yet things wake up as soon as possible. It's pretty rough. Things either don't wake up or and they're trash, or they wake up and they're like really dangerous. Mm, it's just the nature of being a stabber, I suppose. If I really want to stab, I have Serpent Slash, I suppose. We can also do that. Mm. I like how whenever a monster enters the screen, I more often than not, almost always have to take only one action to stab it. It's very strange that I have to take more than two actions to stab it. Mm. So it really reduces the amount of time the monster has to wake up. Um, mm, Ancient Champion. It's like a Skeletal Warrior, but it has Iron Shot. Pretty nasty monster. I'm glad that it only spawns this late into the game. Unlike, Skeletal Warriors that can spawn very, very early. How much damage is this thing dealing? 45. It's not that much. Yeah, I like the introduction of the whole system of damage ratings. Like it quite a bit. One of the best changes of this version, in my opinion. Mm, okay, not bad. My thoughts on taking the first altar you see in game. Depends on how much you need an early game power boost. It might not be a terrible idea. It might be the correct thing to do when it comes to winning the game. It is something that I also almost never do, because I almost always go into my games with a plan to force a certain build. Um, if I kinda just like adapted more, I feel like I would do much better at winning the game. I forgot that I have not completely cleared this level, Crypt 1, so might as well do it. You have reached experience level 27, the final one. I'm gonna get dexterity. Maybe I should have gotten strength. Mm. It would be nice if you could see a preview of your stats if you were to pick strength or dexterity. I would appreciate that. There's any you enjoy the randomness. Oh, particle does phase does it, and it seems pretty strong. Yes, because you end up with like more piety earlier. Mm, it is pretty strong indeed. And also there's the fact of like different runs and adapting and that kind of thing, which I do like quite a bit. If your main objective is winning instead of forcing builds, then definitely it is the correct thing to do once you've already gotten a good enough grasping what all the gods can do. Um, mm, 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 mm. Okay, this seems decent so far. Mm, this is a pretty strong character because when I can get stabs, I literally just do that and things explode. But when I don't get stabs, it's not like everything is lost. And I think that is really, really one of the greatest things about the sword's dexterity changes. It makes it so that your stabbers are in a significantly better position. Mm, if they fail to stab, that is. You know, being competent melee characters and everything. Ooh, hold on. Am I silenced? I am not silenced. Okay, this is the moment to re-teleport, because I don't think I can beat Menace. Or maybe I could, but I don't really want to find out. Yep. Better safe than death. Let's go into the bolts. Fancy walls compared to the other ones. Fancy floor as well. I like it, looks pretty, very unlike what you would normally see here. Also, this character has been completely destroying this place. This is also wow, two royal mummies. Hold on. Yeah, I can probably kill them, but I don't want to do so immediately. Oh, Khufu. All right. This is not part of the bolt generation. Then it's just like Khufu band. That explains everything. Hopefully I won't get tormented, but I think Khufu will hesitate to torment because there's a lot of dudes that are vulnerable to torment. Or maybe not. Okay, the real mummy calls on the powers of darkness, and then everyone gets tormented. Alright. I'm gonna do it again, just to get rid of those dudes. We got not that much experience actually, but it did hurt a bunch of dudes. Anyway, I feel like I can kill all of those things, but I need to fight them in a very, very careful way since after all they are royal mummies. Um, yeah, Khufu. It's gonna be pretty funny. Did you know that I found out about a bug with Khufu that led to the removal of Khufu's signature ability, the Clohes Tomb? It was pretty funny. Like, I was on stream and Khufu was next to me and Khufu blinked away. And I was like, blink? But Khufu doesn't have blink. And now you can see, I guess you can see in console that Khufu has blink. But back when that happened to me, Khufu didn't have blink. He used to have Tomb. And Tomb in its description didn't say that the user blinks away if it tries to use it and it's too close to the player. Um, which is pretty funny. Anyway. Khufu is just a royal mummy, but it's just a royal mummy that has the two summons. I think that normal royal mummies only have summon Emperor Scorpions. Summon scarves I think is um, for the priests, but I'm not sure how it works. Blink is also a thing that Khufu gets that royal mummies don't. Let's find out. Yeah. Oh no, they get the 2. Okay, so the thing that Khufu has that's different from a normal royal mummy is the fact that the Khufu blinks away, which is kinda underwhelming considering how it used to be that Khufu had a specific spell that only Khufu had. That was a bit more exciting. Anyway, I'm gonna drink a potion of 3. And okay, yeah, I was wondering about why my line of sight expanded, but it's because the robe of night got melted. Then I'm gonna drink attraction. Then I'm gonna hit Khufu. Okay, being a 3 makes me completely immune to Torment, but it also nukes my evasion. As a trade-off, I get 50% more HP and a pretty decent amount of armor class as well, so we're fine. I'm gonna use some Might, since I have so many of them. Found the sniper crossbow on D2. Is there a reason you can't think of not to use this forever? Shooting it takes forever. So it can be pretty dangerous, but it deals a ton of damage, but it also never misses. So it can be pretty funny to use. Very consistent way of dealing damage at the cost of speed, of course, which might end in a very nasty situations. But yeah, if considering that it is early, you should give it a try, especially with a species that has like full line of sight. So pretty much not Cobalt. And especially use it with a Baraki if you happen to be playing a Baraki today. Hello, Relbert. Good to see you, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. We are playing more of that Cobalt Brigand that I was playing yesterday. Haste. Haste is what I wanted. Yeah. Holy Word would be nice here, but Holy Word is not a thing that exists anymore. Maybe before starting I should have gone for Serpent Slash, maybe. Khufu blinks away. I drank Attraction precisely to avoid Khufu blinking away. Fortunately, Khufu immediately steps forward, and we get rid of Khufu. We're taking quite a bit of damage here. I'm not a big fan of the current damage situation, but I'm getting rid of the Royal Mummies. There's 2 down, 1 more to go. The final one is at full HP, as you can see, and it is behind all of those dudes, which is not great. I'm gonna use a Phantom Mirror on it. Let's see if my Royal Mummy summons lots of Royal Mummies. Yeah, this is kind of mean. I wonder if I should try to avoid death right now by maybe drinking cancellation, getting rid of the fast, the slow, and the 3, and then just teleporting away. Okay, the Royal Mummy stepped next to me, so I can probably kill it before I have to do that. There we go. You destroyed the Royal Mummy. That was a bit tense. It was also a bit of my fault for taking that fight in the open. I got lucky that Menace didn't appear as well. But yeah, we won that. The proper place for me to fight those guys was probably somewhere like this corridor. Like the same setup and everything, but just like being in a corridor where only a couple of summons could hit me at a time. Okay, time to actually deal with Menace. You have a tower shield. It's not a tower shield of fire resistance, but if it had been, it would have been more of an insult than anything, since Cobalt cannot equip tower shields. Nor do I want to anyway, since they're way too heavy. You're a Draconian? Yeah, Draconians are pretty good for just doing things in general. Their aptitudes then lead towards they don't make you think anything like, oh yeah, like that sucks. So they're like okay at everything. I would probably not melee since I was a Draconian, since they don't have like a lot of armor class themselves, since they cannot equip armor. But everything else is good enough to do with a Draconian, especially using a launcher. Do tell me how that goes, and if you like using sniper. I have never used a sniper. I think it's a bit of a shame that it is so difficult to sometimes find or use some of these extremely rare artifacts, such as a sniper or the KoBr axe. One of these days I'm gonna have the perfect character to use the KoBr axe on, and it's gonna be pretty funny. Okay, third royal mummy. Mm, let me loot it away, and I'm gonna do the same torment immolation strategy, or not torment immolation, but like the other way around. 3 attraction. Um, there we go. We got rid of it like it's nothing. Mm, okay, pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Better play it safe than die horribly when dealing with those royal mummies. Those were part of Khufu's band. They're not really normal enemies that can appear in Crypt. They only appear whenever Khufu appears in Crypt. So yeah, it's okay to use consumables against them because they're extremely rare. Also, the consumables that I'm using, like 3 and Attraction, are not particularly that important. I would only use them against Sot Tormentors, like Kirstos. And for those, since they're so rare, I could also just like run away from them as well. Mm. I think I'm gonna get 27 fighting. Yeah, I think we train for 27 fighting now. What do you think of them allowing Draconius's dragon skills? It doesn't. Well, it kinda used to be that way before. Like they used to get body armor instead of getting all the auxiliary slots, which, funnily enough, usually ended with characters that were more powerful in the late game. Um, but yeah, not anymore. It's not gonna happen. That was something that was changed into the way that it would be, or that it is right now. So I don't see developers reverting that. Mm, Dreadlich immediately made aware of me. Twisted leather armor, pretty worthless. Okay, big spins on the Dreadlich. It has a 1% chance to paralyze me because I have 2 sources of willpower. But that unfortunately means that I have to use 2 sources of willpower since I have 3 willpower per level up. If I don't use 2 sources of willpower, I put myself in a position where I could be hexed, and that could kill me. Okay, that's a pretty bad source of fire resistance. A scale mail. Mm. Lots of reapers with lots of sights. We already found the bulk of the loot that we're gonna get here, and it didn't really have anything for me, so quite disappointing. Hopefully, I will be able to wear um, these Fire Dragon scales, +2 Fire Dragon scales, and not get absolutely hosed in SOT. Yeah, it's a shame that I got fire scales, but I got them from like a normal fire dragon when I killed Shtawa. Yesterday I just stabbed Shtawa and I didn't get fire skills, which is pretty sad because right before that I also stabbed Baisushen and I did get skills off of Baisushen, but those are much heavier than what I can use. Um, so yeah, that's also gonna get rid of one of my pips of willpower. With only 3 pips of willpower, I'm not so thrilled to face Hexers. And regardless, I wouldn't have poison resistance. Oh, this is gonna be a rough shot. I might have to go into a cigarette just to do a couple of early levels and see if we can either get more scrolls of enchant armor or get like a good item that allows me um, to survive. Like, that allows me to have fire resistance. Mm. Stone Giant, that's fine. It's nothing that we are afraid of at this point. Yep. Okay, switch to the rapier, going to the cigarette. Wait, I am full on my inventory. Let me drop a couple of things before going into the cigarette. Mm. Mm. I guess that's fine. Let's go in. Let's see what we get. You land on top of a cigarette so tall that you cannot make out the ground. Instant champion. It's pretty much nothing. 2 scrolls of enchant weapon. Those are pretty good. Because they allow me to fully enchant my Vorpal Demon Blade. Any further enchant weapons would go into the rapier, I suppose. Mummies, including a priest. I'm gonna use Serpent Slash so I can guarantee a stab on the priest. And there we go. Okay, I think it was worth it to use Serpent Slash there. Before going into the next level, let me wait out this low. No Royal Mummies, fortunately enough. Dreadlich and Vampire Knights. Once again, I would rather just use Serpent Slash to get rid of them. Nothing else. Really looking forward to a Buckler of Fire Resistance. More Mummies. I'm gonna use Serpent Slash again. No, very high level mummies at least. We should be okay here. Okay, that was insane. Any small group of enemies is way too dangerous. Yeah, it takes forever to shoot the sniper crossbow, but it is pretty powerful when the enemies are at full screen. Like if you have an enemy at full screen, you can probably kill it with like 2 or 3 shots at the early stages of the game. Die to the first swarm of yaks. Yep, it is like that sometimes. But at least you had fun with it, I suppose. Mm, now you know how it works for the next time that you find it. Okay, we see a Panlord here. Serpent Slash, because I don't want to have that wake up. I didn't even see what it was. It's just that my staffs are powerful enough that I can kill it no matter what it is. Fortunately, there's no weird properties such as not being able to take that much damage from any monsters or something. Oh wow, I actually killed the Iron Golem. I was a bit skeptical of being able to kill it, but fortunately we were able to do so. Iron Golems have a lot of armor class and a lot of HP. Ooh, Electrocution is pretty spicy. Really what I wanted to get from such a scroll. Alright. Well, so far we have gotten 2 mummy floors and 1 item floor. And it's been okay. I would prefer these guys to not wake up. Okay, that's fine. Not a fan of the miasma. I guess I'm just gonna sit here. Okay, that's the most damage that I've taken in any cigarette floor. Some skills. I might want to carry these actually, since I don't have fire resistance. And I don't think I got swamp. I got shoals, right? So some skills are a relatively rare thing for me to have access to. Enchant weapon on the rapier. Okay, let's go into the next one. I don't think we're doing all the 27 floors. It is almost impossible to do that with a character like this one, but we can probably do all the way up to 15 or so. Panlord. Oh, it woke up. That sucks. Okay, I'm gonna have to fight this guy for real. Unfortunately, oh, it has Glide. 3 dice of 46 Glide. It's not gonna do it since there's a million dudes in the way. And even if it does, I have resistance to electricity. But yeah, that's pretty nasty. I didn't see its defenses. Bad armor class, very, very good evasion, unfortunately. Oh, it actually did it. But as I mentioned, it almost killed everything that was in the way. That was not me. And it hit me for like 20 damage. Yeah, getting a stab on this guy would have been a pretty big deal. Okay, that was so much damage. What I did there was Serpent Slash wall jump, and or Serpent Slash attacks cannot be missed, cannot be dodged. So it works pretty well for dealing with guys like this Panlord, which proceeds to counteract with a Chain Lightning that deals 61 damage. Oh, okay, that's getting pretty scary. It doesn't have that much armor class. Maybe Tin of Tremor Stones will get the job done. And it did. Okay. Oof, that was scary. That amulet is pretty sweet. 3 dexterity, 2 slaying. Is it better than normal, or am I even using regen? Oh no, I'm using an amulet that unfortunately I feel forced to use. Guardian Spirits, 2 pips of cold resistance, resistance to corrosion, and 2 dexterity, so it's not a great amulet. But I feel like I have to use it. And this ring is pretty good. 5 slaying. I really like this ring. I might replace a ring of a tortoise with this ring. 19, 49, 19 defenses. And it's not the worst thing ever. It's also not very good, but it is not the worst thing ever. And it has 5 slaying. 5 slaying is nothing to scoff at. Pretty good to have 5 slaying. In fact, it's more than 5 slaying. I have 8 slaying that can go all the way up to 23 if I use um, Heavenly Storm. I wonder if I can do melee sick with Heavenly Storm. Probably not. It sounds mildly interesting. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, fortunately I have such a short line of sight that it is not very difficult for me to sneak up on those statues and just get rid of them. Okay, this might be a Heavenly Storm moment, because there's already a fair amount of dudes. I might even carry the Heavenly Storm to the next level, depends on how damaged I am by the end of this. Fortunately, I haven't gotten what is that thing called? I haven't gotten that ability that the Manticores have. Thorned, I suppose. Barfed. Yeah, I haven't gotten barfed by the Manticores. In fact, I got rid of all the Manticores before they could barf me. Getting barfed while you're doing this is pretty rough, since it greatly reduces the amount of movement that you can do, and by extension reduces the amount of damage that you deal. Okay. There's an enchant armor, and that's pretty much it. Let's go pick that up. I have 6 now, so at the very least I will have a very, very highly enchanted set of fire skills, which would be pretty good. Barfed, yep, barf. Okay, I think we just leave now. What am I standing on? Gate leading back out of this place. Stone staircase leading down. I am gonna lose a Heavenly Storm. Yeah, there's no way that it remains, so whatever. Not gonna pick those up. Let's go to the next level. I wonder if it's time for me to switch away from the Row of Night. But let's see how far the Row of Night takes me. I have to say that the reduced line of sight is a big deal. Look at this disgusting situation. Potion of 3 and a ring that I don't think I care too much about. Okay, killed as much as I could, and now everything is up, and I don't really want to fight everything. Also, I've already seen all the loot in here, nothing really appeals to me, so I'm just gonna go straight down, because I can. Oh, but would I bring these guys with me? Oh, it doesn't seem to be the case, that's nice. Yeah, I should enchant these fire skills. Maybe. Maybe. I still hold on to the dream of being able to use the thingy, the Row of Night. Okay, it's dragons. It's not shoals as I was, or not. I when I saw the Quicksilver Dragon, I thought that it was maybe spider. That's what it is. And then I saw the Windrake, and I was like, shoals? And then I saw all the dragons, and yeah, it's pretty obvious that it's a dragon floor. Nice, it pushed me towards the exit. Very helpful. Unfortunately, the dragon is standing on my tin ring, which I really want to check in case it is better than any of the rings that I currently have. Last Night Morning Star. Pretty good if you were to use such an item. Oh wow, 26 damage. I guess the damage has been sneakily accumulating ever since I entered this level. I don't like the current situation because I'm at too low on HP. A single Iron Breath from the Iron Dragon would kill me. It says that it has a 9% chance to hit me, which means that it is guaranteed to happen. That's what 9% chance to hit you means. Even more dudes. I have 5 potions of resistance. Fogu haste, might. Maybe a heal wounds. We should be able to deal with all of these guys now. So many dudes. The Iron Dragon is the one that's truly dangerous. I guess the Golden Dragon as well, because it has a very strong fire breath weapon. The Hydra is also sneakily gaining heads. The only Hydra that is in this level. Okay, there we go. I managed to kill the 14-headed Hydra. If I had needed some skills, that would have been a good cigarette level to get them from. Let's finally find out about this ring. Yeah, it's not a terrible ring for slaying, but I will leave it on the floor because it is worse than what I'm already using. Okay, let's go into the next one. Still looking forward to 2 more Scrolls of Enchant Armor. If I can get 2 more Scrolls of Enchant Armor or a Buckler or a Kite Shield of Fire Resistance, at that point I would like to escape from the Ziggurat. Oh, you know what? I have Tin of Tremor Stones. This is definitely the level to use Tin of Tremor Stones on. The elves have very low amounts of armor class. Um, And I recently found out that you can use Tin of Tremor Stones to hit enemies that are beyond your line of sight, which is kind of really broken. But you can do it. It is something that doesn't normally work when you have a very reduced line of sight, but it works with the amount of line of sight that I currently have. Okay, let's see. Before I go down once again, there's a Rapier of Electrocution that would have been an upgrade had I held on to my Scrolls of Enchant weapon, but who really cares? It's not my main weapon anyway. Oh, something nice that I could also get would be Arc Blade. Arc Blade definitely replaces the Demon Blade. Let's go into the next one. Jeez, this sucks. You know what happened? I tried to stab without my my thing, my rapier. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I got poison clouds. That's not what I wanted to get from here. Monthly payout? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that the limit for payout now is $50. So no matter how poorly I do, it's like guaranteed to. Well, I guess it's not guaranteed, but it is very likely that I'll hit it. Yeah, pretty nice. I would like to still get like $100 per month if possible, but definitely getting lower payouts helps a lot. You haven't gotten a payout since September, but you also don't really stream a lot, do you? This level have nothing for me. Fortunately, it was not very difficult, so we can continue. Ooh, that's a spooky. Very spooky. Okay, I managed to stab the Hell Sentinel, and then I got slowed by the Torpor Snails. That's really bad. You know, when I did this level the first place, it was much smaller. And having to deal with all of these guys when they roll up is gonna be absolutely miserable. Like normally I would have Shatter for this. Look at how much damage I've already taken out of, you know, just being close to them while they're awake for 2 turns. This is absolutely awful. And also, I am slow thanks to the Torpor Snails. I think I'm gonna read blink away from these guys, because that looks like hell. Like it looks like I'm gonna die. Oh, the Iron Giant throws the Entropy Weaver at you. Delightful. Really needs to get rid of the Torpor Snails. Fortunately, it is almost dead. Like, at least that one. There's another one behind it that is gonna be mostly unscathed. Okay. Oh, this level sucks. I wanna get out of this one. Okay, at least I already got rid of one Torpor Snail, but there's 2. It really is so messed up that there's 2 Torpor Snails. I need to leave this level. I cannot win. There's too many ridiculous things happening right now. Too many Caustic Strikes, too many Iron Giants, too many Caustic Strikes. Too many Crystal Guardians. The Torpor Snail is definitely the cherry on top of the cake of murder. Obsidian Axe and a pair of transparent globes. If only I was not exhausted, I would definitely Serpent Slash onto the globes. Oh, I have 3 armor class. This definitely makes me feel like a Spriggan. Oh yeah, like Poncho does have good regular income, which I do not. Death resistance, the globes say. I'm not so convinced by that. Torpor Snail is still right there. I'm leaning towards blinking to the stairs, just going down. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because otherwise I don't leave this. I don't live through this. And fortunately, apart from like the potion of experience and the potion of mutation, I don't see anything that I would have really wanted to get. But yeah, that level was impossible for my character. Fortunately, I am the stealthiest thing known to this dungeon, so I can just rest to full HP here and be absolutely sure that nothing will sneak up on me, because otherwise what would be the point of training stealth? Yeah, that level was awful. And I even begun by like getting rid of the scariest thing, and it was still very poor. Oh, look at that! The Amulet of Vitality no longer gives HP, now it gives double regen and double mana regen. Huh. When was that reworked? I feel like I would have liked to have the mana regen, or like the extra HP with this character. Jeweled Amulet famed for its powers of resilience and recuperation. Its greatest notoriety came from its use by the Dread Necromancer Bornyor, who relied upon it to maintain her slender hold on life. After her final demise, the amulet vanished from the pages of history. So 2 pips of mana regen and 2 pips of normal regen. It's actually pretty busted. But I miss the 15 HP that it used to have. I'm gonna carry it if I can. Okay, this may not have been the smartest move. I got some staffs on these guys, but yeah. Oh, also I got potentially a Scarf of Resistance would be pretty good for my character, better than the Cloak of Fire Resistance that I have. And regardless, I have a couple of scrolls of Enchant Armor. I see one. It's one. Only one scroll of Enchant Armor. Anyway, I think this might be where I leave the cigarette. Ouch. 71 damage from a Titan hitting me. Just out of curiosity, a Titan has a 19% chance to hit me, so I guess it's understandable. Wow, I lost so much HP so quickly. These levels are so difficult. Okay, alright. Unfortunately, due to my extremely low line of sight, I have to blink multiple times. That's so painful. And I have minus potion. Okay, that's not good because I wanted to drink some potions now. I have summoning. I guess let's use that. Ooh, look at this. Okay, yeah. As long as a Titan doesn't kill me with Airstrike, which might happen, we should be able to win here. Why are these guys not running towards the dudes? They're running with me instead of running with towards the dudes. Okay. Unfortunately, one of the dudes that's following me is a Titan, so I cannot really turn around and fight it. Oh, come on, I'm losing everything here. Oh, that's so painful. But I have so much stealth that I can just walk away from that one. I'm gonna drink until I get like robust. Oh, this is actually not terrible. Yeah, that's a pretty good mutation set to have. Alright, now I am going to drink or read Fog. Yeah, read Fog. Drink Ambrosia. Drink Heal Wounds. And then we should be good to go. Oh, I have a Titan next to me. That means that we're not quite good to go. I'm gonna drink Curing to get rid of the confusion so I can fight the Titan now. Iron Giant. I don't want to mess with that if possible.
What?
Poncho, thank you for the gift sub to BTS. I appreciate it. I hope that you're feeling better from your COVID and stuff. Mm, that Iron Giant hit me so hard. Like everything here hits so hard. It is extremely painful to do this giant level. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to stab all of them. You're poison resistant. You're poison resistant. Okay. Mm. Yeah, you're at 100% now? Really? At 100%? How long did you have, you know, symptoms of COVID for? Just like out of curiosity. It sounds to me like it was only a couple of days. But it also sounds to me like it was pretty bad for you. Okay. Wow. Like I deal good damage, but those things also do. Like 49 evasion means nothing against these guys. Um, Gonna put back on the Ring of the Tortoise instead of the Slaying. Mm, Gonna do the Fog Ambrosia Heal Wounds thing again. Please don't notice me. Please don't notice me. Oh, it noticed me. That sucks. I guess I don't do martial arts while confused. Makes a bit of sense. Mm. I think this is a pretty good time to stop doing cigarette. Yeah, like this is what I should stop doing, the cigarette, because it is going to get me killed otherwise. In fact, any single bad turn when fighting all of these guys at the same time could kill me. It's just that I don't kill them fast enough, especially when it's so many of them at the same time. Oh, this is rough. Can I use my final blinking to blink to the other corner? This would be so much better with normal blinking. Having such a reduced line of sight is extremely painful in some situations like this one. I assume that everyone sees invisible. It would be weird if these super ultra mega late game enemies didn't see invisible. Um, That's reducing my line of sight so much. I am a Kobold to begin with. Kobolds have Night Stalker 3. You're attuned to shadows, reducing the distance that you see or be seen from. But in addition to that, I also have the Robe of the Night equipped, which has a property that it says it shrouds the wearer in darkness, reducing the range at which they can see and be seen by others. If you were to couple this with a Scarf of Shadows, I would have a very, very short line of sight. Mm, 6 days. Wednesday you had some headaches. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday were the worst. Sounds pretty bad. Yeah, sounds like a nasty flu. Mm. Oh, this is not going well. I'm gonna use might in haste. I feel like I have to do it, unfortunately. Hmm. I can Serpent Slash again. I could do Serpent Slash wall jump to get rid of these guys. Okay. That was pretty spooky. Fortunately, we were able to survive. Now, hopefully, I will be able to regain a bunch of HP from Ambrosia. Hopefully. That's fine. Let's move on and hope that we are done with the extremely messed up giants, which were the Titans and the Iron Giants that I was fighting. Oh, of course, there's a Juggernaut. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that Juggernaut, but the Juggernaut might be the worst, since it can deal so much damage. I cannot believe that it missed. Like, it has 1 pip of evasion, come on. Please, let this hit the Juggernaut. Um, It might be a bit too late. Oh, completely misses you, hits you, but does no damage. 22% chance to hit me. Okay, since it's slow, I might be able to kill it before it gets another attack. On an extremely bad roll, which I am skeptical of it happening, that would have killed me. Fortunately, we don't get an extremely bad roll. During that fight, I lost my scrolls of blinking and my potions of heal wounds. So yeah, it's pretty bad. But I at least got two potions of, or two scrolls of blinking out of this level. That's why I felt so free to use them all. Um, okay, now I think I should leave. Yeah, I really should leave. I really should leave. I'm gonna do another one, but this is the final one. If it's something truly like, ideally, if it was 27 floors, I could do like, or rather, like if all the 27 floors were like easy stuff, I could do it. Because my character is like at that power level. But like anything that's not like lure branches or lure would kill me pretty much, especially if it's something like mummies or a hell level. Yeah, I shouldn't do it. It's just gonna get me killed. Um, Alright, got enough scrolls of enchant armor out of that to enchant my fire skills. Okay, and now I can put on my fire skills. Drop the swamp skills, drop the robe of the night. 13-9, 32-19 defenses. I have no cold resistance. I can also drop these. I can probably stop using the Ring of the Tortoise now. Replace it with 4 evasion, 2 intelligence, and 5 slaying. The 5 slaying part sounds pretty alluring. Yeah, 31, 36, 19. Not terrible. Is a Scarf of Resistance you wanted? Oh yeah, like there was a Scarf of Resistance in there, right? There probably was a Scarf of Resistance, and I didn't pick it up. And yeah, I did need it. But since I didn't pick it up, yeah, it's a bit too late. Oh, if it was harm, then it doesn't matter. Yeah, who knows what it was. I don't see it here. May not have even stepped on the scarf to identify it anyway. That was so sketchy towards the end. But yeah, now we have 3 pips of fire resistance. Worst case scenario, I guess we could use some source of, or like potions of resistance. Also, I should drink these potions of experience. You have mastered fighting. We are gonna be training with some dodging, of course, some shields. A bit surprised that I never really found all of the, or like that I never found a better shield. Oh, I guess I'm gonna carry around the robe of the night because it's a pretty cool item. I used it for quite a while and it really made my character better. Okay, let's go into Sot. Now with 3 pips of fire resistance and 31, 37 defenses. The shield is also nice. I think we can do this without a lot of complications. Worst case scenario could just dive it, but I don't feel like I'm gonna have to dive it. I feel powerful enough to kill like the average Draconian band. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm stealthy enough that the Draconians don't wake up. Just like the orcs were not waking up earlier in the game. Pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Oh, that was it for Sot 1? That was easy. Ghost Moth, but now, since they are now reasonable enemies for this point in the game, I can actually fight them without horribly losing all of my stats in the process. Yeah, let's see how else this goes. So far, I feel like I am in a pretty good position with this character. Like, I survived 15 levels of a ziggurat, and I just stabbed an orb of fire. Yeah. Oh, the ringmail of the eternal night is not. It would be funny if it also gave you less line of sight, but that's a special property for the robe of the night. Mm. You love the side enemies. Death Cop, Killer Clown, Kirsto. Yeah, they're intentionally goofy. Could you believe that there's some people that don't like them because of that? Because they break the immersion, apparently? I find it pretty funny. Yeah. Mm, okay. Please don't wake up. Please don't wake up. Thank you for not waking up. Okay, I can fight these guys in a 1 versus a million fight. A non-as 1 versus a million fight. Okay, pretty good so far. Alfcat, Master Cat, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope that you enjoy Crawl. If you enjoy Crawl, I play a lot of it. Lots and lots on Crawl. Very rarely other things. But sometimes Rift Wizard. Rift Wizard being the most obvious example. Man, I like Rift Wizard so much. I should probably start stream earlier tomorrow and play some Rift Wizard. Wow, I got pretty unlucky rolls. Yeah, it just goes to show that no matter how much evasion you have, you're always gonna get hit by the Quicksilver balls from the purple Draconians. I wish that they were like smites. Like, just get rid of the whole illusion that you can dodge these and let them be smites. But probably also nerf the damage. Yeah, that would be okay, in my opinion. Much better than the current weight is not one that I like a lot. Also, I have been getting corroded like crazy. It's a bit of a shame that I have resistance to corrosion, and it's so unreliable that I had forgotten that I had it because it really doesn't seem to do anything. In reality, it reduces the damage that corrosion does, and it also reduces the likelihood that you're gonna get corroded. But still, uh, getting that little conga line of stabs is pretty neat. Mm, yeah, that was pretty good. Okay. Mm, oh, in the game there were no scarves. Funnily enough, there was only the Scarf of Harm that was in that cigarette level. Okay, this is not great. Mm. The Crystal is severely damaged. Maybe we can kill it. Okay. I think it did Torment because this guy's heavily wounded. But fortunately, I have 3 pips of, or 2 pips. Yeah, 2 pips of resistance to negative, which greatly reduces the amount of damage that I would take. I'm gonna charm this guy. 64% chance to charm. Okay, it works in the second attempt. Pretty nice. I can get a stab on this guy because it's charmed. It's not a top tier staff, but you still get a staff. So that went well. We were able to get rid of that guy. Oh, too many purple draconian shifters. They're quite annoying indeed. Okay. Cloak of Preservation, a pretty rare item that gives you resistance to corrosion, but I do not need that. I miss having See Invisible. See Invisible is pretty good to have for dealing with ghost mods. Fortunately, I am not reliant on my mana, otherwise that would have been terrible. And yeah, I really want to put on the Amulet of Vitality. Oh, but I can't. Like, just to show you what happens if I put on the Amulet of Vitality, let's do it in a level that I've already cleared. drops itself as it attunes to your uninjured body. Okay, so this is my resistance as a screen when I have that. Obviously, the 3 regen per turn is like great, right? But you know what's not great? This gets you killed. Uh, one like negative resistance to cold, like 1 pip of weakness, is the same as 2 pips of weakness. It's just that it's more difficult to compensate for it with resistance. So yeah, we don't wanna be in the receiving end of that, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would be using the new and updated version of the Amulet of Vitality, and it is pretty good for like spellcasters, characters that actively care about their mana bar as much as they do about their spell bar. Oh, I think this ghost mod was asleep, but because I don't see invisible, I wasn't able to stab it. Pretty lame. Mm. Okay, yeah. Sot has been kind of a walk in the park compared to the hell that we went through in that cigarette. So we should be fine here. Seems great for Vine Stalkers? Yep, great for Vine Stalkers, alright. Talking about Vine Stalkers, I also want to do a Swords Dexterity Vine Stalker. No, I don't have charges on the Tin of Tremor Stones, unfortunately. Oh, there's an invisible dude there. Well, that's not great. Doesn't allow me to keep moving around and do my Wuji and stuff. I'm a bit hesitant on using Heavenly Storm. In fact, I didn't even use it that much while doing the cigarettes, because I don't want to run out of piety. I want to do it as much as necessary in SOT 5, and it is a pretty expensive ability. Hello, Star Polemic. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you around. Did you know about the rework of the Amulet of Vitality? Instead of giving 15 HP, now it gives you double HP regen and double mana regen. I personally miss the 15 HP that came from the Amulet of Vitality. But yeah, double HP regen, double mana regen. Pretty interesting. If I put it on, I go to 3 HP per turn, but it also gives me 2 weakness to cold, because I'm using 2 separate items that make me weak to cold, and I don't think I can handle that. Okay. That was okay. I probably didn't have to use Serpent Slash there, but who really cares? Oh, my bad. Sounds broken on Meteoran? Probably. Okay, I'm not too afraid of the Cursto Tormenting because I have a million, or it has a million allies on the screen. And yeah, it hasn't Tormented, alright. Once again, I am reminded that resistance to corrosion doesn't do anything. Let's get out of here. These guys were... I got Tormented at the end, right? The Killer Clown loses the ability to speak. Pretty funny. Did I get Tormented at the end? Oh, I did Torment once, and when I lost 59 HP. Alright. No wonder these guys are so messed up. Why was there a Titan in SOT, now that I think about it? Why was there a Titan? Was it a dude that just got polymorphed by a clown pie? Probably. Oh, I don't have poison resistance. So yeah, we need to be careful with golden dragons and green draconians. That's definitely like my most crippling weakness with this character, not having poison resistance. I wish I had it. I really wish I had it, but my loot really doesn't allow me to. No stabs this time around for this Orb of Fire. Not like I need to stab it anyway. Take a look at this pretty good damage. Yep, like nothing. Like nothing. How much damage does this deal? Damage rating 56. Not bad. 17 from enchantment plus slay. I have a lot of slaying with this character. Um, Also a lot of evasion. 42. Mm. Unfortunately, evasion doesn't really make me survive as much as having a lot of armor class would. Am I using the Ring of the Tortoise? Oh no, I took it off. It's fine. I think it can stay off. It's not that much of an issue. Moth of Wrath got shafted into SOT 5. Shard Shrike? Sure. I guess. Not much to do about that one. We should be okay when dealing with this Shard Shrike. How much willpower does it have? Maybe enough for me to be able to charm it. 29% chance of charm. It's not gonna cut it. I don't have vulnerability. I'm just gonna use Tin of Tremor Stones, and it gets literally one shot by that. Well, not really. It was almost one shot, and then it got Shard of Ice reflected. Pretty good. Those guys are extremely nasty. Enchant weapon. I guess we shall put it on the rapier, since my demon blade is already +9. I went into a cigarette to fully enchant my, or like to try to fully enchant my fire skills, and I got 6 scrolls of enchant armor off of the cigarette before I had to leave. I also got some less important items, such as 3 potions of experience, and unfortunately I was forced to use a lot of scrolls of blinking in the final level. It turns out that blinking is pretty bad when you have a very reduced line of sight. Yeah, during that final fight I used like 5 or 6 scrolls of blinking. It was pretty awful. Fortunately, the level where I decided to call it quits was also a level that had some potion or some scrolls of blinking, so it was fine. Magic mapping. The trap layout seems very benevolent this time around. There's no traps in the long that I would like to go through. Only one alarm trap over here. And by the time I get over there, we are probably gonna be already done. Oh, hold on. That's what I want the exclusion to be at. That looks like fun. I maybe should not look at that anymore. I should probably just set an exclusion here and an exclusion here because there's probably great. I don't want to see that. Unfortunately, we never found the arc blade. Arc blade would have been pretty cool. For purposes of stabbing, I mean. You feel stupid. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not using that stat anyway. Not with this character. Your body twists and deforms. I want to fix that because I don't like that mutation. That mutation reduces the amount of armor class that your body armor provides you with. You may have noticed, but I lost 4 armor class. I went from 31 to 27, and yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. It's not thing too crucial for me to like remove, but I still don't want to have it. On the other hand, I have fire resistance and willpower. Like those two, I feel like I must have. So I'm just gonna stick with the mutation, unfortunately. You have mastered dodging, fighting, dodging, and stealth mastered. Next on our list, I guess it's turning on shields and armor, and this is only from 3 runes too. And a bit, I guess, a bit of a cigarette as well, but mostly 3 runes. Well, I guess 4 runes, because I did do bolts 5 and slime. Oh. Yeah, if only we had found a Scarf of Shadows, I think it would have been pretty funny to use a Scarf of Shadows alongside um, alongside the Row of Knights to greatly reduce the line of sight of my dude. At that point, everything would have been within launch range upon entering line of sight without having to use Serpent Slash. Okay, I'm okay with this. In fact, I should probably use a potion of haste, potion of might, and a potion of resistance. That's fine. Minus potion is significantly less dangerous than minus a scroll. Minus a scroll is ridiculously messed up. Minus potion, not so much. We got rid of one orb of fire. Heavenly Storm makes me make a lot of noise, or rather, like Heavenly Storm makes a lot of noise. So yeah, in case you're wondering why I'm having all of these guys come towards me, but it was part of the plan because the storm just gets more and more powerful the more I continue fighting, up until the maximum of 15 slaying and 15 evasion that it is currently providing me with. And of course that makes me deal obscenely high amounts of damage. Damage rating 68 with my measly one-handed Demon Blade of Electrocution. It is truly beautiful how strong of an ability it is. The only thing that you have to take care of whenever you're using this ability is having a character that can actually survive fighting for so long. Like if your character accumulates a bit too much damage too quickly, you're gonna be in some trouble. Okay, I'm gonna drink haste and might again, since they just wore off. We're still not done. I would like to carry this Heavenly Storm to the entirety of the level. So Heavenly Storm, or like the slaying as a whole, is pretty nice on Jian, since every movement action that I take deals 15 slaying, like multiple times 15 slaying, plus it does so to many monsters. Like, for example, here the Death Cove got hurt, the Orb of Fire got hurt a bit. Pretty nice, as you can see. You get a lot of value out of doing it. Another Orb of Fire. Dreadlich. But we have all the willpower that we need to not get hexed by this guy. You destroy the Orb of Fire. You destroy the Dreadlich. The Orb of Fire disappears. Another Dreadlich. I marked myself, by the way. I stepped on that mark trap intentionally so that I could just like pull the guys that were in the other long to come fight me. And it definitely had the result that I wanted it to have. I think I'm gonna drink another haste. Just because, like, why not? At this point, all these consumables, like, would go unused if I don't use them right now. Okay, another mark trap. Might as well go for it. There's an arrow of fire. I'm just gonna wait until the arrow of fire gets to me. I wonder what it is. Oh, this one. Yeah, here it is, the arrow of fire. Your regeneration stops near monsters. I wanna get rid of that. After I kill this guy, after I lose the mark. Yeah. Oh, there's a Storm Dragon still. Okay. I was kinda sure that we were done, but now we're actually done. Let's ring mutation to get rid of some of these nasty mutations. 47 evasion, thanks to the -2 evasion rating mutation that I just got. That's a pretty good one. That's nice. Yeah, I like this. I wonder how much of a chance to destroy me would a Dreadlich have if I had gotten rid of that mutation? 14%. So I'm glad that I didn't get rid of that mutation until after I got rid of all the Dreadliches. Those guys are pretty nasty for my character. Go D0. Okay. Wow, what an orb run. I was pretty much uninterrupted from SOT 4 to D1. That's insane. That was one of the easiest orb runs ever. Not even because like dudes were unaware. I didn't stumble upon any dudes. I wonder if that has something to do with the fact that Kobold has such a small line of sight. So maybe there were dudes spawning pretty close to me, but I just didn't see them because my line of sight was so small. Um, pretty good character, pretty good, pretty strong character. The Demon Blade that we got from Asterion turned out to be a game changer. Like it was huge that we went into Spider with that dagger of Venom. Like I had a +1 dagger of Venom when I did Spider, and I got Asterion, and Asterion just like got absolutely dumpstered by a staff. And then I grabbed the Demon Blade. And then after that, I turned out to be unable to clear Spider, and I went into Shoals. And in Shoals, we found this ring right here. This one. Yep. You took it off a Merfolk Javelneer on level 4 of the Shoals. It was a deal. It was a game changer. Yeah, that's the way to describe it. This ring was absolutely a game changer. The 3 slaying, the 6 dexterity, and most importantly, the 3 strength were huge. The flight was nice for Shoals. And yeah, like it was such a good ring that I even like um, was able to bear the weakness to cold. Mm, pretty good run. Let's go ahead and win the game. But before that, twitch.tv/ninth settler. And let's go ahead and win the game now. You have escaped with the Ring of the Tortoise, the Amulet of Vitality, +7 fire skills. Pretty good character, pretty good. Form is it Venom Mage. The one that I played with the giant glove the other day is still there. I am going to play another Kobold Brigand because I want to go Uskoyo now. And it's gonna be a pretty similar character.